Hi, everybody. Welcome to our little slice of the world of darkness. There's dogs here. There's going to be a lot of dogs. Uh, Welcome to a very special episode of Vancouver Adjacent by Night, in which we cross everything over. Everything comes full circle, and everybody's going to be part of everything now. Uh, Unfortunately, Brennan was unable to make it this evening, but we have some special guests, which you can see. I think I'm on this side, so it'll be over here. But let's do a quick round table to introduce our vampires. Let's start with the adjacent coterie and start with Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo, and I will be playing Charlie, the Malkavian, who is forever and always under mountains of stress. And it's not changing anytime soon.
And yeah, it's not at all going to change anytime soon. And Samantha.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and I'm playing Elena Cortez, the La Sombra, and I'm currently all alone. But it's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, splitting the
this.
party always turns out for the best. And over to Patrick.
Hello, I'm Patrick Gill, and I will be playing Harley the Nosferatu, and for once, something is not my fault.
That remains to be determined. And Lex?
Hi, I'm Lex. I'll be playing Cassandra, your resident Toreador, and I'm just happy we're not in a room made of meat.
Are you, though?
For now.
And joining us for this very special episode are some kindred from the other coterie that is over on Vancouver by Night, twitch.tv/Vancouver by Night. Go over there and, click like or subscribe or whatever on them. And let's start with Rose for this particular coterie.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I'm playing Trash Panda tonight, the resident foul-mouthed gangrel who is just really happy not being a building that's on fire.
It's not on fire. And Joanna?
I'm Joanna, and I play Abigail, the techie Tremere, who has just had so much luck with this coterie and getting shit dropped on her. So she's about done with the shit now.
Sort of honor, yeah. Haley, which is down there.
I'm Haley. I'm playing Erasmus. He's part of the ministry, and he is never going to get all of this soot out of his nice black velvet suit.
No, he won't.
A
I'm going to
real
make
tragedy.
you roll for that later. Yeah.
It is a real tragedy.
I picture Raz as being one of the ones with the hand crank, like the one that kind of flattens everything out as you push it through. Yeah, doing the old hand wash. So when last we met, the Vancouver adjacent coterie, they had just played good inspector, bad inspector to a bunch of people that we're assuming are Second Inquisition types. They were coming back across the Lionsgate Bridge towards Vancouver when they saw smoke coming from the area of the Vancouver Art Gallery. And we will pick up that particular scene here, but just one thing before we do that. This is a mature game. I thought I'd get that out of the way now. So if you have any problems with what's going on, if there's too many descriptions of, say, meat rooms or sex rooms, it may come up. It may come up. Just hit pause on the stream, step away for a couple minutes. We're gonna have everything up on YouTube as of next week, so come back to it then. I'll see if I can tag it to where the meat room discussion is. You're grossed out by that kind of thing. The players, if they want, they can go into the chat for the Zoom call and do yellow card, red card. Generally, we've talked everything over, and meat room and sex room is on the table, but if there's a sex scene, we fade to black. If there's anything they can't deal with, they'll just red card me and we'll cut everything off right there. So it's Yeah, they're already hashtagging meat room in the chat. So yeah, I don't think you guys in the chat have too much of a problem with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and start off the old episode. The adjacent coterie, which I don't think has a name yet. I don't think we've come up with a name for that one. They're the C team.
Yeah, the C team.
Hey,
Yeah,
team.
okay. We'll just
Let's
go with
go
the C
there, Danny.
team.
We all
They are-
apparently agreed to it.
Yeah, they're in a limo with, I think, one or two members of the Second Inquisition in the trunk, tied up, and they're coming back across the Lionsgate Bridge. I believe Cassandra was the one driving, so I'm going to leave it in her hands as to where you go. Do you go to Mausoleum, the meat room building, or the art gallery, or somewhere else? I don't know. It's up to you.
What do you guys want to do here?
Oh, don't ask me that.
Nope, if we're making poor decisions, everyone has to be in on it. We could just not go. We could go to like a McDonald's or Seattle or not here.
Seattle sounds good. No, you asked me. I don't wanna, but now it's there and oh.
And with that very grumpy "oh," we're gonna head towards the art gallery.
No.
I kind of
Oh.
figured as much. We're going to go back to the other members of the adjacent coterie. Elena is, I believe, hanging out outside that special Swiss chalet, which the epicenter of the Second Inquisition seems to exist in Vancouver. And Harley is going up to meet her, I believe, in an Uber.
Yep.
Yeah,
And there, I know I had asked you previously, but would on my journey over to pick her up, would I have seen the plume of smoke / fire coming from the art gallery?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of prevalent. Like once you hit the Lionsgate Bridge, you can actually see over a fair chunk of Vancouver. Yeah, so
Okay. All
yeah.
right. So the Uber pulls up and Harley is like the car hasn't even stopped and Harley just flung the door open and he's running up to Elena. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
It
took you long enough.
Yeah. Well, I needed to make sure that if you needed any blood, I'd be able to take care of that. We've got a problem and I'm going to let you know right now, it's not my fault. But it looks like Elysium is on fire.
Do we really have to care? Like, is that something that we really have to do right now? Like, do we have to do that? You're gonna say yes, aren't you?
I'm going to say we should probably touch base with the rest of the group. I'm sorry. This is
All right, but if anything happens again, this is your fault.
All right. I take out my phone and I will text Charlie. Where are you at?
Text message comes back in several text messages. It's just frowny face, art gallery, frowny face, it's on fire, frowny face, we're going there, 2 frowny faces.
So I kind of show Elena the text messages and trying to make sure that the phone doesn't get too close. So
Yeah, the phone kind of does like a little glitchy thing a little bit too close, but yeah, you eventually pull it back.
Yeah. They're there.
Yeah, at this moment, I pretty much agree with Charlie's frowny face.
I know, but we've got to back their play. I'm sorry.
Fine.
This is one of the first time that Elena has actually seen emojis. Usually they just come across in her phone as
Little
like a little
square
square with
boxes.
question mark. Yeah.
Explains so much.
But, so let's go meet up with them. Elysium on Fire's gonna be something that whether or not, even if we got the hell out of town, we'd still have to deal with it. Trouble would follow us, and we need to make sure that Charlie and Cassandra and Charlotte are at least being smart enough to not actually start digging around and not get caught, because we're an unknown factor here, and strange kindred who don't make a point of going to Elysium suddenly being in the neighborhood when the place is on fire is a really bad fucking idea.
All right. Let's
So,
go.
okay. We get back in the Uber and tell the
He's
driver,
pouting.
and I'm just kind of, I'm gonna have to deal with this later.
Roll to pout,
Roll to pout.
manipulation, and intimidation.
Definitely intimidation.
Let's go back to the other coterie from the Vancouver by Night. So, several things happened all at the same time. Insomnia and Morgan kind of disappeared from view in kind of a flash, and I'm assuming we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow. Both Mandrake and Christopher, or Bo and Rico, kind of realized that, and then they kind of looked around, like you just basically saw their heads move super fast, and then they actually pushed the three of you into another area, and then there was fire, smoke, darkness, and pain. So everybody takes at least one superficial damage. And when the haze comes off of your vision, you actually see Bo and Rico standing above you, like you're all kind of crumpled in a pile, and he is holding the building itself kind of on top of you, and he's like, go over there, and he's pointing to like kind of an area where you can see sort of a street light through a bit of the rubble and haze. Go
Yep, I do that.
over there.
Going.
Oh, yes.
Army crawl.
Yeah, so you're crawling through dust and debris and kind of greasy soot, and then after, like, you're able to kind of push your way through. I'm gonna get a strength roll from whoever happens to be up front, or whoever wants to be up front.
I'll do it.
Good one, Joe.
This is strength check.
Strength, and let's go with I don't know if brawl would be effective. Let's try brawl.
So I have 3 successes, 2 of them are 10s. So that's
5 successes.
Yeah.
So you're able to push some of the rocks out and make a hole that is large enough to crawl through.
Come on, guys.
Oh,
I'm gonna pull any of them through if they're struggling. Both of them.
yeah,
Thank
Brad's
you,
gonna
Josh.
just let you pull him through.
Yeah, Abigail's gonna do the same.
He's
Thank
got
you,
one
Josh.
arm like.
Raz goes limp.
Just think of home. I don't know.
Just close your eyes and think of the queen. Okay. And as Abigail is pulled from the wreckage, there is a plume of smoke that erupts from that particular hole, almost as if it collapsed behind you. So I legitimately quick change for like 10 seconds. So yeah.
Is did he get out?
I don't know.
Owen.
Owen.
There is no response.
Bowen.
Abigail takes out her phone, which is her phone damaged?
Roll a d10.
Fuck. Pardon my English.
One of these d10s from Level Up Dice. 6.
7.
7. I'm gonna say it is scuffed the fuck up, but it is still functional.
Okay, I'm gonna actually send a text message to Cassius saying, "Are you okay?" and then -A, and then leave it at that.
There is no response in this particular immediate point of time. And that is when the hellhounds show up, apparently, or the things that are growling. Yeah.
Sorry, I think Amazon's trying to deliver and I'm being well protected.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just gonna say hellhounds, but sure, we could go with Amazon. That's when the limo actually is able to pull somewhat close. The where you crawled out from is part of the kind of plane that's behind the art gallery, the large kind of parking lot-esque flat surface. You're able to crawl kind of out of there. And that's where the limo pulls up. And the limo, when you pull up, you see basically that the art gallery is kind of in shambles. It is like, it's not falling over as of yet, but there is definitely like smoke coming out of it. And it looks like the ground itself cracked multiple times across it. And then you see this particular leftovers of this coterie crawling out of it.
Just gonna open the passenger door so the three of them will just see open up and white outfit, like blood splotches across it, sitting in the passenger seat with a German shepherd like sitting on the floor near his legs, just both of us looking at them. It's like, hi.
Trash is gonna jump right up in the defensive. Who the fuck are you?
Raz, like, still lying down, is just gonna flop over onto his stomach and like, hello?
Hi.
Cassandra's gonna lean down so she can see them and they can see her.
And we
Cassandra.
recognize you, right?
Oh, yeah.
I
Who
assume
is that?
It is the Cassandra. Not a
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Don't look at me right now, darling.
Abigail
awful.
doesn't know Cassandra, so she's just like, "Who is that?"
Oh, Abigail, Cassandra, Abigail, this has been our new phone person.
Do you know the people
I-
on fire?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hi, people
Erasmus,
on fire.
a pleasure to meet you, darling.
Still?
That's Florence. She's nice.
Oh,
It is
Yes.
Florence.
oh, Florence.
Dogs don't like me much, but
No, she
I
doesn't really like people.
dogs.
So great that you all know each other. You look confused, so maybe not you, but the other two. Let's start with pointing at the building behind them.
And I lean over to Charlie and I'm like, actually, they're the ones who own Mausoleum?
I thought you owned it now.
Actually, he owned it. And I point down to Raz.
hi.
Hi.
Oh, this has been an incredibly shitty night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did Insomnia just blinked out, right? You two saw that?
With
He
Morgan.
just disappeared.
They
he
just
disappeared, and then everything blew up. What the hell happened?
Is this some
What?
kind of thing that he's planned? Is
What
it what? Is
did
this
he
his fault?
do?
This is sure as hell not our fault.
Oh, okay. Let's not jump to conclusions. We'll just kill him if he did this.
Are they normally like
Agreed.
this?
Yeah, pretty much.
We
Okay.
didn't want to
Usually
be
not
here.
as dirty.
Okay,
well,
but still
some
with
of
the
them.
killy and okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Can we talk about it more in the vehicle as we're driving away?
Is there anybody else that's
need
not
help?
dead?
There
Okay,
was
Where's the prince?
there was Bo and Rico, but I don't know where he went.
There were,
The
I mean,
prince.
it was all of Elysium. I don't know how many of them are still undead.
Ah.
Do
Okay.
we have people for that? Do we have like a cleanup crew here in this city at all?
I don't know. I think we can probably check whoever is in charge of Elysium. Oh wait,
Okay.
sorry,
So
Abigail. I'm a little sore right now.
we
I
have
know,
a
I
couple.
know.
We have a couple of other people that are coming here.
Hmm.
Because we just saw a building on fire. When they get here, we can all go.
Cool.
I'm gonna guess that you came out of the only way that you could, or did you do like an action movie thing with the and is that how you got out of the building? Or
We were pushed out by the Seneschal and Bo and Rico. We were pushed out of the building.
okay,
So I think they were trying to protect us and get us out of there, but I don't know if anybody else survived. Like this, it just happened all of a sudden.
okay.
We went down with the ship, basically.
Why in Set's name did they save us? I mean, we were kind of we weren't really in their good graces. Is anyone else?
Raz, we get shit done.
confused? But
We
how
get
many?
shit done.
Okay, you're right. I'm not going to overthink this.
Are you one of the snaky people?
Hmm.
The snaky, the set snaky thing.
Oh, was it the? Yes.
It was the saying, the name in the words that you said.
Oh, yeah. I thought yes. You know, most people don't pick up on that very fast. I'm quite impressed.
Charlie's not like most people.
Clearly.
I'm Charlie.
Oh, this is Charlie.
Yes.
Hi, Charlie.
Nice to
Hi.
meet you, Charlie.
I quite like your makeup tattoo. This yes. It's
Thanks.
good.
I was taking notes on some of the numbers that we were running for Charlotte's company, and I ran out of paper. Should we see if anybody's not dead still?
And it's at that point, a large slab of concrete basically lifts up, and you see like Bo and Rico underneath it, like kind of push it off.
Oh, yeah, he's not
thanks,
dead.
Set.
I bet that's one.
No one's alive.
Kane.
Oh,
Why are you still here?
to see
And
if
then he blinks out.
Oh, grateful.
That
So
sounded
does
like
that mean
permission
there's
to
an
leave.
opening?
Sorry?
Does that mean there's an opening into the building now that he pushed the concrete out, or is that just like off of the ground?
Essentially, it was just off of the ground.
Okay.
Like it looks from where you're sitting. It looks as if there's like he basically just kind of dug himself out of a hole that fell on top of him.
Cool.
What
Just
side of the gallery are we on? A storyteller.
You are on the east side of the gallery, where the giant flat plane where they hold concerts.
Maybe we should go around to the other side and see if there's somebody, if maybe somebody got out the other side, because it looks like this side is completely demolished.
I can keep my eyes on people if necessary.
I'll look back at Charlotte and say, "We'll be right back," and I'm assuming that she's just going to stay, and I'll just hop out of the car with Florence.
All right. And you are going to take them around to the other side?
I'll look back to Cassandra like, "Are you coming, or are you staying, or?"
I'll come. I'll come.
Okay.
There would be a way to basically pull the limo around kind of that side, but that that side is mostly a pedestrian only side
You can walk.
through the front walkway.
That
Well,
will
you can pull up so you can see like the front entrance to see if there's anybody there.
Oh, we'll do that so that we're not separate. I'll pull the limo kind
Okay.
of along with them.
Good idea.
You walk around the front of the art gallery, and it's kind of in the same shape. Like there's smoke billowing out the front. It doesn't look like there's any kindred activity, however.
I'll go.
There's
help
like
up.
the startings of people kind of milling about, like kind of like calling 911, et cetera, et cetera.
I'll help up whoever hasn't got up off the ground yet. And then just tell Florence to basically search, like see if she can find anything.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna roll
This is
for
going to be a
Florence.
masquerade breach, isn't it?
Oh God, nobody do anything to stand out.
Well, to be fair, all of the old vampires will just be dust, so it won't really. I mean, and the
True
fire.
enough. True enough, I suppose.
Little to clean up, you know.
I suppose that's looking on the bright side. It'd be at this point that the Uber kind of starts pulling nearby.
I see the limo, and I direct the Uber driver to pull up behind it. Are they looking for survivors?
What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
This is
all
going
right.
to be very bad. You know this.
Yes, I know. Okay. Once the driver pulls up to the limo, pull up my phone and make sure to tip him a little extra. And I get out of the car and I help Elena out. You didn't take us anywhere tonight. We cool? I already tipped you like an extra $50. Are you being serious right now?
And he checks his
Could
thing.
just
It's
eat
like,
him.
okay, yeah. I didn't see anybody. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, get lost. And I shut the door.
Yeah, he leaves.
You could have just eaten him. It would have been just as good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have someone teach me how to do the thing. All right. Okay. You get in the limo. Stay out of sight. I'm gonna see if I can get these guys to understand what the fuck is going on, and let's try to get the hell out of here.
Quick question. Did Charlie and Cassandra get a chance to drop off the computers yet?
They're still in the limo.
You're still in
The
the
trunk.
limo.
What? I can't do that.
Why?
There are computers in the back and they will fry.
Oh, God damn it.
Charlie wants you to look at them.
Shit. Look, you just
I'll
Right.
just come with you.
just ride shotgun with
She's
the driver. Okay. Okay.
Turns and walks.
All right. Well, I go up to Charlie and just kind of tap him on the shoulder from behind.
Oh, hi. We found people.
Hi. I see that. What the fuck are you still doing here?
Waiting for you so you don't show up and there's a burning building and it's just the two of you here.
Good point. Thank you. I appreciate it. You've always been a dear friend, but let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, we were waiting for you.
Okay.
And I'll look to Florence. I'll call Florence. I don't know if she found anything or not, so I'm just calling her back.
Florence sniffed around a lot, but she wasn't able to find anything specific.
Okay, she would have told me if she did, so let's call her back. We go.
All right.
Okay.
I can leave with a clear conscience then. Florence, good job. All right. Okay. Where'd Elena go?
Right here.
Okay. Hi. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Look, you just ride. Okay. Are the computers, are they in the trunk of the
Yeah.
limo?
They're in the trunk with the people.
They're unplugged.
Yeah.
There's no active circuit. I think if you ride shotgun with the driver, I think they'll be fine.
That sounds like enough
Okay.
space.
Okay.
I can do that.
We have three people.
Would somebody like to explain who they are though, before we go riding off into the night
They're Cassandra's
with
friends.
strangers?
Hello,
These are my
darling.
friends.
I'm Erasmus, and he does like a great big bow.
Hello, I'm Abigail.
Trash
Hi.
Panda, sup?
Yo,
That's a variety
All
of names.
right.
And those are the 3 stages of greeting people.
hi, I'm Harley, and that's my friend Elena. Let's go, like now. Let's get the fuck out of here. This is a
Green.
bad scene.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right.
let's boogie.
Going back to Mausoleum, or are we going back to the horrific building?
No, the first
No,
one.
no. We're going to go
Oh
to the
my
mausoleum.
I miss the most so much, darling. I'm so excited to see it.
Yes, please go. Let's go there.
Is Maxine okay?
Who?
The old one who sounds like she smoked a lot of cigars.
Sounds
Well,
like
that's
Harvey
right.
Fierstein.
Oh, I've just been calling her bartender this whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
She never gave her
must
name.
Not have liked that.
Hmm.
She'll be fine.
To be fair,
We
nobody
all-
ever asked.
No. We all bundle into the car with Elena up front with me.
Does Abigail recognize Elena, like who Elena is in terms of like her clan?
Nope.
In terms of her spookiness.
She hasn't used anything in terms of her clan as of yet to give it away.
All right.
I'll just
So-
close the door.
Everybody piles in the limousine and heads on over to Mausoleum. Is there any conversation happening during the trek?
Yeah, I kind of want to talk to Florence.
I'd also like to try to organize it so Trash has to be sitting next to Charlotte, because I think that would be the funniest way for it to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, Charlotte is just reading her phone and trying to ignore all of you.
I'm trying to remain as small and unobtrusive as possible. Harley is not big on touching and just like
I'm sitting at the seat closest to the front 2 seats. Just my hands are just on Florence's head.
Raz is kind of looking between everyone, and his gaze stops on Cassandra a lot, but he hasn't said anything yet. He's just kind of staring awkwardly back and forth.
Speaking of Cassandra and Raz, Cassandra would definitely notice that Raz looks a little bit more, shall we say, bestial since the last time you've seen him. It's almost as
Alright.
if the humanity's been slipping away.
Almost. That's crazy. Can't imagine why. Surely it's just the mud from the building falling. Everything will be
So
fine
much
soon.
soot. So much soot.
It's all the soot. We'll throw a bucket on you later.
Just need a good bath.
Just the
Uh,
bucket.
and Abigail might have heard about Harley in passing. He's kind of known as a gun for hire when it comes to tech stuff in the city.
So, I don't think I know your name, but I think I've heard your description. And she's speaking to Harley.
Yeah, I'm Harley Nosferatu, obviously. And underneath, or from the outer edges of the mask, you can see like red, like blisters and scales. He's got, unlike the upper half of his head, he's got harlequin ichthyosis. So yeah, his eyes actually kind of bug out from his mask a little bit too. Yeah, hi. I'm
I'd
Harley.
rather that nobody's heard of me. That's my
Yeah.
preference, that nobody has heard of me.
That's kind of like how I like to do things from the most part. But yeah,
Indeed.
hi.
It's better that way.
uh-huh.
Hello.
So
So,
someone care to just fill us in on what exactly just went down? This is bad.
we were brought to trial at Elysium with some thin bloods. They were trying to basically scapegoat some thin bloods for something that they thought the Coterie had done, and finally reached an agreement with the Seneschal, and then all of a sudden everything just blows up. I have no idea what's going on. All I know is they were mentioning something about some an anarch that was on hunger strike, and that's the only thing that was unusual really about what I heard that night. There's nothing else really that I can say.
What did they think you
Wait a
did?
second. You three were on trial? Is that what you're saying?
It was
Not
a
me.
huge misunderstanding, really.
What did they think you did?
Great. Fantastic.
What did we do?
Some guy named Beckett?
Yeah, have you heard?
Oh, yeah. They accused us because they didn't have enough evidence on their cameras because Ventru have all the money and they have shitty cameras. That we killed this guy. Name escapes me.
Wait, you said Beckett. Where have I heard
That's
that
who-
before? I just heard that
Beckett.
before.
Back at the building.
The guy that came by. Oh,
You
Yeah,
killed
these-
Alexander. That's right.
right.
Those rabble
That one.
rousers you asked me about.
That's right. Okay, I remember now.
That one.
I'm new here.
So we went on this mission with Beckett.
Okay.
And yeah, they didn't see that Beckett killed this guy and then fucked off. We were left to pick up the ashes. Also, we'd lost a guy at that point. Then we got him back a few months later. The point is, they accused us of that. We'd proven our innocence and done a few things for the Camarilla just to make them happy and get them off their backs. And then they bring in the Thin Bloods because, well, someone needs to be punished. Because the Camarilla can't just let go.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they punish that Beckett guy?
Because
they
he's
can't
out of
find
their
him.
Yeah. Trash is
He,
just
like I
such-
said, he effed off.
They're the Camarilla.
They can't find him, apparently.
Yes, well, he's Beckett.
Elena is
We will-
glaring at Harley.
I don't know what that means, but
I'm just doing the whole like this is not my fault look. Like she knows the look, but it's just like
I'm sorry. Do you two
What's going
know?
on here?
Yeah.
She does know the look, but it's the hands up. Like
Are you guys gonna fight again?
I did not say a word.
If anything, my money's on her.
Yeah.
Well,
sorry, Harley.
I just met you guys just on
well,
hunch.
it's kind of a package deal. Actually, we're both somewhat decent, so we've friends long time, but yeah. Anyways, so
Definitely not married.
no,
Definitely not. We have.
No.
They're just common law.
No.
Well, at least it's not
we've
blood
already
bonding.
discussed this. Hey.
we're friends. Oh God, this is never gonna stop. Okay,
It is
so
your fault.
Are those Thin
Fine.
Bloods okay? Were they in the building?
I have no idea.
I don't know where they are. I didn't see them. I think I really hope they made it out. I do, because I mean, they didn't deserve any of this. They shouldn't have even been there, really.
No, they don't deserve to be punished for what we did, and we proved that wasn't us. I mean,
Exactly.
lack of evidence doesn't really prove anything, but
There is evidence. They forged the evidence, and apparently the seneschal was supposed to hook me up with the person that actually forged the evidence so that I can do something about it. But who knows where the seneschal is? Probably under that building. No, well, the
Or
dust of
like,
him
who
is
knows?
anyway.
okay, so hold on. Let's pause for just a second. So,
sure.
what about the evidence isn't jiving with the rest of the tower?
Cuthbert Beckett didn't appear on any of the evidence, apparently, and
Okay.
neither did there was I think she was a
Cheetah.
La Sombra. Yes, La Sombra, I think she was. And she was
Fucking
there.
terrifying.
She was apparently with Cuthbert Beckett. Neither of them appeared on the video evidence. And
She was ready to throw down.
there was no
Okay.
reason for that to not appear, given that there are cameras apparently everywhere. So I have been tasked with going through that video evidence again and trying to see if I can find the evidence that Cuthbert Beckett was actually there.
Do you have it, or is it gone?
I don't know where it is. There's apparently a Nosferatu who was, and I don't think it was you. He's the keeper of Elysium,
Definitely
who
not me.
apparently has it or something like that. But now I don't have the contact, which was the seneschal, to actually get me that. I mean,
Well,
he's probably dead.
I'm gonna have to put a little needle in your balloon here. Most Nosferatu that take the time to study and practice, if we want to hide, we can even not show up on surveillance equipment. And if someone as big and as badass as Beckett and Lucida de fucking Aragon show up,
That's who it is.
you're probably going to be wasting your time.
Oh, do you know these people?
I know of them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's Cuthbert Beckett and Lucida de Aragon.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, they're kind of legends.
Legends.
Well,
Okay.
So I don't mean, like I said, I don't mean to shit on your groove here, but you're probably going to be wasting your time.
Well, at least we can see if they're there, because from what I understand, there was some sort of a conspiracy going on. And I mean, I don't know who the keeper of Elysium is, but I don't feel comfortable sentencing anybody to anything until at least one more person has seen this evidence, because this isn't like, it's nothing on the Nosferatu as a clan. It's just a specific person seems to have control over this evidence and doesn't seem to have shared the fullness of the evidence, only just snippets and snapshots as opposed to the full videos.
Typical Camarilla bullshit then. All right.
Probably.
Rock and
They
roll.
made us pretty much do their work, clear out, I think, Richmond of Anarchs, then brought us back, and as payment, wanted us to hand ourselves over to the Camarilla. I think we were about to sign that contract when everything went boom.
When you say clear out, do you mean forcibly evict or ash?
As in, Blue Rose is dead, and so is names. I just can't do it today.
Jacobs.
Thank you, Jacobs.
On the plus side, though, I think most of the people that had beef with us in the Camarilla are now dead, so...
Here's hoping.
But any of the people that would have supported us might also be dead.
Also gone.
My patron who helped you out is not answering text messages at all.
Oh dear.
I would recognize those names, yeah.
You would, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And okay, so yeah, Harley is definitely starting to turn inward now, and just the plot thickens.
Elena is just shaking her head, staring out the window.
Trash is just gonna keep her mouth shut. I think she's probably done too much damage at this point.
But enough about us. How are all of you? What have you been up to with the Moz? Is the building still standing? Is it still alive? Has it been destroyed?
Not since we left.
It's still there. It's still standing.
Thanks, Seth.
How long ago were you there? Like 5 hours ago? Something like that?
Oh, brilliant.
It was still up 5 hours ago.
Which is really no guarantee now, but it's a possibility.
That's good. That's good enough. Yes.
We've had kind of a bad track record with things for the past 48 hours. So I'm not hedging my bets too much. The probability is kind of like narrowing, but it's probably good because we haven't been there and all the stuff is around us. So if we're not there, then odds are good.
And there's a very low chance of there being a meat room in there.
But there is the fuck room.
Yes, well, of course.
Of course, you can't have a dive bar without a. What do you mean by meat room?
Rooms made of meat, filled with meat, living meat, meat that touches you.
Actual. Oh, that's disgusting.
It's called Trevor.
We haven't had good luck with rooms.
It really likes Cassandra.
It did really like me.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
We're in Devonshire's old building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we know who you are.
And
Mm.
there's a meat room. In
And a
the-
spider room.
Meat
Oh,
floor.
yes. We met the spider.
Oh, there's only one?
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Uh,
mm,
Mm-mm. No.
there's an entire floor
Yeah.
of have you three heard of a company called Pentex?
Would
Hmm.
Abigail have heard of Pentex? Storytell?
Give me a roll. Let's go with
Oh.
intelligence and technology. That's gonna be that's a low bar.
That's a hard no for trash. She doesn't know anything.
yeah, Raz certainly has not.
She still tries to flip phone open her touch screen phone. It's just like, oh yeah.
That's where Trash and Elena will bond.
Wait,
Whoa, you make my phone do funny things. Ooh.
my hacking
Mirror
bonus on top of it or not? No.
No, you're not trying to hack into Pentex just yet.
Oh, don't do that. Mm-mm.
I
Ibs.
don't like that.
Do it. Yeah.
8 successes.
8 successes. Yeah, you've heard of Pentex.
Uh,
They're from your perspective, they're kind of shifty as fuck, but you have kind of heard rumors that they're doing kind of supernatural things. Like, you don't know specifics, but you know that it's kind of like saying Amazon in meat space, where it's like, yeah, they're shifty as fuck.
You really want to be there?
No.
No.
No, we don't.
Okay, because that's from what I've heard. They're not. Let's just say you probably want to stay as far away from them as possible.
That was the plan.
We're working
That is
really
what we
hard
were
to give their building back.
Yeah.
Yes,
Back.
we're trying to find a new place to be and not that one, so they can just keep that one.
Charlotte is investing in real estate, and that means that we don't have to be there. And so we're taking all the things that we are supposed to keep, and then we go away.
Forever.
Yeah.
Far away from it.
I liked Seattle. You mentioned Seattle.
No.
Yeah.
What's
I
wrong
hear
with Seattle?
Toronto's nice.
From Seattle. I can attest to that. Ew.
Mm-mm.
So just everywhere is
No.
terrible then. Good.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
I love
We,
it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't we don't really like Seattle so much.
No.
I have an associate by the name of Karen who I absolutely dislike. Anyways.
Egypt is lovely this time of year.
That's
So
far.
is Toronto, I hear. Go to the East Coast.
But so long story short, Devonshire had dealings with Pentex. Pentex, as far as being shifty, they roll with a tribe of werewolves called the Black Spiral Dancers. Bad news. And on top of all that, the Second Inquisition's also kind of like, in cahoots, or was in cahoots with Devonshire and Pentex. The building is a death trap. On the 29th floor is a meat sea who's made himself a nice little room of meat that he calls Trevor. We've had a really rough couple of days. So there's
Wait.
that.
His name's also Alex.
Ross and Trash,
Mhm.
do you think that meat room has anything to do with those meat things that came after us, that came out of the van or whatever, the ones that the Gothmobile ate?
The homunculuses?
Yes. I really
Those ones.
do think that they're connected. Yes, that sounds disturbingly familiar.
Oh no.
Anybody
Maybe.
in the back end of the limo, give me a wits and awareness. And
Say
everybody
where
at
I am.
home, take a drink.
Oh, dang.
I have a +1 bonus because I've got that first light lore sheet.
Yes.
If I'm being tailed.
Coincidentally enough, that's exactly what's going on.
Okay.
Oh no.
2.
2. So
I got a
Abigail
4.
2.
I got a 4, and for the hell of it, I rolled for Florence, and she got 5 crit.
Bork.
What's wrong, Lassie?
Rolling better than me.
Yeah.
Love
So
Florence.
everybody in the back of the limo is having a nice little conversation, and then Florence is like,
Whoa.
she kind of moves across the floor out of Charlie's grasp and kind of
Hey,
does the pointer dog thing in the back window.
what? And I'll like follow her, like, sorry, hands on people. Sorry, and looking through.
I look to where she's looking.
You see a kind of Cadillac 1950s style vehicle that is following you. For everybody who's part of the other coterie, you recognize the Gothmobile.
We have a
That
car
better be who
following
I
us.
think it is.
Yes.
Well,
Yes,
I'm
that
driving a
could be.
limo. I can't lose
Oh,
it.
lovely.
Elena,
That's fantastic. All
Elena,
right.
can you do the thing with at the car that's following us, or
The thing, you're going to get that to be more specific than that.
the thing to make
What do
the
you
car
mean?
stop following us?
Oh,
No,
They
you don't
don't
want to
know
do that.
they're-
No.
we know this car, and it's actually
Yes.
not a car, but that's a long story.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying, if they try to do something on, okay, all right. We know the car.
So I'm not doing the thing to make them stop following.
No, apparently not.
We're
But now I
going to
want to
let them
know.
follow.
Now I want to
Okay.
know why a car isn't a car.
It's
Well,
old, sensitive. It's a shaggin' wagon from the 1960s.
Very much, yes. It's very sensitive, but it does have an autopilot feature, so it's fantastic that way. We just didn't realize that it was on.
Groovy, man.
So now it's following us.
Okay.
No weirder than any other night so far.
Rock and roll.
This one knows them, so that's good.
It's fucking
Hmm.
Herbie.
I'll just sit right back down with Florence.
Pretty much.
So not doing the thing then.
No, you're fine.
No,
Thank
don't do
you.
the thing.
All right. Whatever you say.
So at
So-
that point, you would be pulling up to the mausoleum and probably get a chance to take a break right about now. So everybody, you can do your washroom breaks, grab some water, hydrate, and we will be back in probably about 5 or 10 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Hashtag meet room. And they're just pulling up to the mausoleum. So, parking in the regular spot then?
In front with this big limo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
That's,
I know how
that's
to
a
drive
move.
it. I don't know how to park it.
Yeah, basically street parking is probably your best bet with this stretch monstrosity.
Just pull it up in front.
As
Yeah.
soon as it stops, Raz is gonna dash out of the car and just go up to the door and very gently put his hands on it and
He likes that place.
He does.
It was kind of his for a long time.
Harley is going to be trying to get into the trunk and grab the computers that the rest of the group absconded with.
They're under the bodies.
Do be careful. Don't let them
Yell
out.
really loudly.
Do you need a hand with whoa?
Do these guys look like they're going to be coming to anytime soon?
Yeah, no.
No.
They're pretty unconscious.
Okay. As I was
Not gonna ask.
totally prepared to keep them that way. Okay. All right. I'm just kind of digging through the two guys, and I'm grabbing the computers and trying to like close the hood of the trunk of the limo and not drop the boxes. And
It
Trash
would help
cuts it
you,
for
but
you.
you know I can't.
thank you. Just someone get the door for me. Erasmus, Cassandra, is there like a spare monitor and keyboard anywhere around. Do you guys have any idea?
It should
We
be
can
some
hook it
under
up
the
to
other
your
guy.
laptop.
Okay,
I'll
I
get him.
didn't catch that. What was that, Abigail?
There should be some under the other one, the other guy.
That's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Telly, has the Gothmobile come back up to us yet?
Well, the Gothammobile's right behind the limo.
Perfect. So I'm going to turn around to Harley, or Abigail's going to turn around to Harley. You know what? Maybe we should put these bodies that you're trying to dispose of. Maybe we should put these into the back of our car. Our car is really, really dirty. Why don't we put them in our trunk?
Oh, no, they're not dead.
Yeah.
No. We're not
They're
trying to
for
dispose of
questioning.
them.
Yeah, we
okay.
Oh.
need to interrogate. These are
Oh.
some SI drones that we need to get some answers from.
Okay.
I would have literally hit you guys so hard with humanity stains if that had been an option.
I didn't know they were dead.
Considering the Gothmobile eats people, yeah.
No, they're not
You
dead.
all would have gotten humanity stains for that one.
But we love the Gothmobile.
More than humanity.
Oh.
Trust me,
Okay.
Raz knows what I'm saying.
So everybody is basically out of the vehicle at this point,
Mhm.
except for
Who
who
just
is-
left us?
Yeah, she. As soon as you guys all leave, she's gonna kind of. I got a message from Sandra. I have to go, and then she drives off.
It was on that thing all
Bye.
day. All night,
Oh.
you should say.
Okay.
She's kind of our boss slash whipping post slash benefactor.
The kid is your boss?
She's not that young.
Comparatively.
Not really.
No.
Steve,
Maybe.
or actually anyone, what's her general look out of character?
She's probably like, I believe, early 30-ish looking.
Early.
Yeah, young.
For all we know, she could be 200 years old. Like, I mean,
Well,
Yeah,
the
I'm
good
pretty sure
news-
that's me.
The good news
Besides,
is you don't
she's
have
just
to take
going
the
to
bodies
change
out of the
her
trunk.
shoes.
Now that was Charlotte. Her
Oh.
Primogen whip, whatever the hell his position was, put her in charge of taking over Alexander Devonshire's business, which is why we're here.
Charlie, perhaps you should text Charlotte and just to remind her that, there are bodies in the trunk.
She's likely to forget.
Yes, I will. And I will text. Remember the two guys in the trunk? Second text message. No screws.
Before you have a chance to hit send on the second text message, you get 2 screw emojis.
Third text message. Stop texting and driving.
very illegal in Vancouver.
Yeah, you get the thumbs up.
All right. Well, if someone wants to help me in and give me a place to work, I'm gonna get cracking on these boxes.
He can
I
probably
can
open the
help
door
with
since he's all
these.
laid up against it.
Raz, do you want to do the honors?
I want to say at this point, Raz has already gone in.
Where's
Like
Raz?
you turn
Where's
around
Raz?
and he's gone.
Raz, do you want to? Where the
probably-
fuck?
Just a
He's-
swinging door.
Oh, never mind.
Well, that checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Elena
use
will
the
wait
door
and
for Harley.
let Harley go in first so that she doesn't fuck up the computers.
Probably a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Does Erasmus go into the sub basement?
Well, first, Raz is going to walk straight up to Maxine and give her a huge hug.
Maxine,
I'm-
for those who haven't seen, is a kind of older looking woman. She's about close to 6 feet. She's wiry. She has black hair with like a touch of gray. It's kind of feathery. And she sounds like she's smoked about 1 billion cigarettes. Like, what do you want? Why are you? Get off.
Maxine,
No biting.
darling, I'm not going to bite you. What in the...
Uh,
kind of... I'm not. Look at
Put
me.
the
like, pushes your
Maxine
head.
down.
What? Would you
Down.
trash?
What?
I would never.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
Get that out of your mouth.
Erasmus. Stop it, Erasmus.
I'm not. I was giving her a hug. It's a show of affection.
And it's
Honestly,
appreciated.
Florence, you need to teach her how to be good and good manners. Bork bork.
Trying not to laugh, it will hurt so bad.
I'm sorry.
She's like, as your arms kind of slide away from her, she's like patting your arm, like, that's fine. I don't need a hug. I'm fine.
Oh God, there must have been so many phone calls from me, darling. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I ain't touching that thing.
Awful business.
Ah.
Looking around, how does it look?
It looks kind of the same. Yeah, it just, as soon as you walk through the door, you kind of got that smell.
That smell. That old, weak old whiskey-stained floor smell. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, and now Raz is going to run to the sub-basement.
And we're going to leave that particular thing for another time. Everybody else piling in.
If no one else is planning on using it, I'll go to the
Fuck room?
I'll be setting up in the fuck room.
Are you trying to do something with those computers?
Yeah, and if you're down to assist, I'd be
I
more
would
than
love
welcome
to.
for the company. All right.
Absolutely. Least I can do for their save. So let's do it.
And
All
this is
right.
the first time Abigail has seen the fuck room.
I'll watch them walk away and just go, have fun, you two.
I lean over to Cassandra. I'm just like, are they going where I think they're going?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It takes Harley a couple of minutes to dig along the walls with all the pillows that are in the middle of the floor in piles to find an actual like plug-in and outlet. Yeah.
Thing isn't really wired for electricity, is it?
Well, it is what it is. So, like, what programming languages do you work with?
I work with them all.
All right.
I've worked with all of them. Like, literally, I started the programming languages, darling. Let's do this.
Okay.
Tell me what you need.
All right. Well, I've got 3 boxes. We need to A, make sure that we can get logged in. B, if we can't, see if we can find the reset switch on the Mobo. But then after that, we need to scour through these. These are supposedly Second Inquisition boxes. So we need as much information as we can get off of them.
Absolutely. So I guess Abigail's going to sit down and make some rolls.
Ditto.
Once you're able to scrounge together some, computer bits, plug them in, plug everything into, like, these are shitty computers. This is like government funding. This is like, it's practically
Throwaway Lenovo shit boxes.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
They're top of the line for 10 years ago.
Nothing but the best for the SI. All right, getting my pool built.
Int and computers. Hacking specialties, I believe you both have.
Yep.
6.
It's like watching a bunch of nerds.
6. Not too great,
Nerds.
As a reminder,
Nerds.
as a reminder to Harley, he also has several WeTransfer files from me of stuff from the computers.
Oh, yes, that is true. Forget about those.
And I seem to recall we had a thumb drive of something from somewhere at some point.
Maybe?
I don't remember.
I think our first night in Alexander Industries, we thumb drived some stuff that's just been kicking around in purses and 2 cell phones.
Yes.
Yes.
Harley and I have thumb drives of the Alexander Industries, like financial records and stuff like that.
Just gotta-
Oh, that
You
was
So we're
guys
just
are
gonna
like
drop all
improving.
this stuff on them.
You've gone from thumb drives of all the information to actually just taking the entire computer and saying "fuck it."
It was faster.
Yep. I've got a 7 with the crit.
7 with a crit. Abigail is kind of impressed. Harley is like a little bit faster than you in breaking into these particular computers. You're able to log in, both of you, easily.
All right, so that's that. Okay, well, we've got root on all 3 of these. You start with one, I'll start with the other, and then we'll meet in the middle.
excellent. Is there anything in particular you want to find, or we're just going to take all of it and upload it to the cloud somewhere?
I actually, storyteller, is there internet access in this building?
Sort of.
Yes, there is.
I tell you what, I can, we can just go ahead and just do ISOs on the drives, and I can upload them to my cloud, and I can work on them at home. But we can also, just at least see if we can get some basic info to start, so we have something to show for our effort.
All right. Another roll.
Yeah, you don't need another roll for that.
Okay.
You guys have way more computer and intelligence than you would absolutely need for that particular role. So I'm going to fast forward that piece a little bit, and everybody else hanging out in the regular mausoleum, and its smell that you can almost taste.
Lean over to Cassandra and Elaine and just go, they've been back there a while.
Typically, when Harley goes into his special room at the Haven, then he's in there for some time.
Yeah.
Are you okay with him having? Right. Are you okay with him having a different person in his special room with him?
Good question.
Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know.
I don't do computers. That's not my specialty.
That's a fair point.
Last time I was in there, I think I was with Cassandra. That was a fun time.
It was one of the last times we were in there.
Mm-hmm. Good memories, good times.
It's at that point that Erasmus finishes up in the sub-basement.
When he comes
nothing
back,
sketchy.
Speaking of which,
back, he's completely dressed in something new, and he's clean. Just there's like fresh eyeliner on, and just that feels so much better. And he's gonna drape down onto one of the fainting chairs.
It pretty much still has the exact same Erasmus like bony groove that is in there. Yeah.
It feels so good.
Almost like memory foam, but not.
But worse.
Yeah.
There's only one memory.
There is only one memory. And through the front door wanders Bo and Rico.
Oh, it's your friend.
hey,
Bowen,
Good. You're here.
you're here.
yeah.
We thought you died.
No, he blinked back in and left.
You didn't
Well,
see
yeah,
me lift that rock.
Prior to that, yes,
It was kind of
very,
cool.
Very impressive, Bowen.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened.
The fuck? Do you know
Yeah, it's
who
not
did
every
that?
day I have a building dropped on me. Sorry.
No, I don't think anyone was expecting that for Elysium, particularly. How many survived that?
You got me.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping rescuing us at very least.
Are Abigail and Harley out of the room yet?
I would say so.
All right.
Hello.
Bowen's here.
So, Bowen, what do you want us to do?
Well, we're definitely going to have to find out what happened.
I will say that at this point, with the new person in the that has arrived, Elena has kind of slinked back into a darkened area a little bit.
Are you going to
And
use any special powers?
No, not yet.
And Harley is gonna try to make himself stand out a little bit more. That's yeah. He didn't put his mask back on.
I'm just here.
Yeah, Cassandra also just exists.
Yeah. Red, white, just standing here.
Bowen, were there any cameras in the area of the Elysium? I assume that you guys turned them all off before Elysium, but sometimes you don't. So were there any on that you know of?
There were closed circuit ones, but those likely have been destroyed.
Convenient.
Interesting.
So we're going to have to try to figure out what happened.
Oh, we're going to have to get those tapes then. I'm sure if we try, we can dig something up.
Do any of you have any media contacts?
Like the press?
Wrong character.
Yeah, like the press. I don't even know if they make newspapers anymore.
Like Storyteller, do I?
No.
No. Dang it.
Yours are all street gangs.
That's true.
Yeah,
I used to know a
I know
man
a
back
guy.
in the day, but it's been a 50. Yeah, no, he's probably dead.
Yeah, and town criers kind of died out with newspapers.
They
And
used to
isn't
be really
that a breach
handy.
of Masquerade?
Say again?
Isn't using the press kind of a breach of the Masquerade?
Not
I
if
guess
you're
it depends.
using it to cover the masquerade.
I suppose.
Last I saw, I've been trying to keep an eye on the area for the last hour or so. There's fire trucks and police are showing up. So we're going to have to clamp down on this with whatever we have left.
I'm gonna have to lay low as well too.
What if instead of the press, because I don't think any of us know those people, we talk to people to make it look like somebody else did it? And then the press just kind of does their thing.
Because that's what got us into this mess in the first place.
Do you mean convince
we
them?
wouldn't have even been there.
Convince who?
I don't
know. I don't know the expression, but something about a bus.
Throwing under the bus is what you're looking for, I think.
Sure,
I
that
believe.
sounds right.
Sounds about right, yes.
Wow, sounds badass.
Yeah, I mean, just there's plenty of people that have beef with other people, and lots of interfighting among other groups and gangs and things, and maybe we find out if there's somebody that wants to pin it on somebody else, or somebody that wants to take credit for it because they're that fucked up. And then
It's an interesting plan.
our thing.
See, now
You have anyone in mind?
that I might be able to work out, maybe. Yeah, it'd be complicated.
It really isn't hard.
I could
She
talk
speaks
to
up.
people.
Anybody in mind?
I could talk to people, but no one really. I'd have to talk to them, and then they'd come up with ideas and blah, blah, blah.
That is interesting. So, any of you good with computers or whatever that nonsense happens to be?
What do you want done?
You're gonna have to
We can do it.
clamp down on news reports, etc.
That's okay. That's my bag.
Anything that comes out from any news outlets should probably be shut down.
Are you wanting passive or active interference on this? I mean, do you want us to.
If you can make it passive so you can do other things, that'd be great.
Well, I meant, do you want us to just make the articles disappear, appear discredited, or do you want the news media to actually get shut the fuck down?
How about we flood it with so many different types of information that nobody knows what to believe?
Oh, easy.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean,
All
That's-
of those sound like great options.
all right. Abigail's going to open up her laptop and make a roll. She's going to log on to the VPN.
Can I get the password?
No,
your-
that's a Wi-Fi. No, this is mine. I'm really
Okay.
sorry. The
All right,
Wi-Fi,
fine.
though, here you go.
Okay.
For
Well,
the
yeah,
Wi-Fi,
hey,
the password is Raz, R-A-Z, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Oh, I still the old
So
password.
secure.
Yeah.
Raz is not smart enough to set that up. You have to talk to Insomnia about that.
That was
one.
Insomnia.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's on my luggage.
Didn't I change that?
That's the exact same password an idiot has on their luggage.
You probably
the
should
exact
change
same
that,
combination on my
Cassandra.
luggage.
I've got 6.
That was a shit roll. I'm re-rolling.
Forcing your will into the computer.
Yeah, 4.
And in this case, Harley is impressed that Abigail is just a little bit faster than he is. It's like dueling like computer people.
It's the scene from Hackers where they're just
Yeah.
kind of like.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of like 80s like synth music, and there's like crazy neon lights going around, people hacking each other. Yeah, so you're able to which particular plan are you putting into motion, Abigail?
I'm putting into motion the plan of basically hack all the news sources that I can and get them to just have differing pieces of information, just basically taking like bits and pieces from everywhere and mashing them all together so that
right.
everybody has something different.
Harley?
Harley fired up the low orbit ion cannon and is going to attempt to DDoS the local media.
So anything that does get through is incredibly contradictory. Everything else is pretty much just like not able to upload because the websites are experiencing technical difficulties at the moment.
It was script kiddie
Where
bullshit, but it works.
You nuke them from orbit, you know.
Mhm.
It's the only way to be sure.
Exactly.
That works.
And it's at that point
Now what?
Maybe if
No,
we
it's
don't
on a bar
answer.
door.
Get that.
I'm not
Oh,
answering it.
I'll get it.
It's
You've
on
done
the
this
door.
before. I'm not answering it.
Raz will walk up and like throw open the doors. Hello?
you see before you the kind of similar, these like massively excellently dressed, and he's wearing like something that would be from the probably 18th century. And he's got like the buckles on his shoes, he's got like a powdered wig, he's all
Oh.
From here is Raz.
Hello?
is there a panda shit here?
That's Trash Panda.
Actually, Trash. I believe it's one of yours. Right this way, darling.
Oh, all right. Yeah. And everybody else in the adjacent coterie recognizes that it's the exact same individual that dropped off the thing to Cassandra in a previous episode.
I fucking hate you, Steve. Thank you.
I walk over and just snatch the whatever it is unofficially out of his hand. Just thanks, Fancy Pants.
He presents you like a fancily wrapped letter.
Jesus, what is this? I open it up.
And it reads, "Boom, fuck you, KEJ."
Well, I have an idea what the K stands for.
Wait,
She
KHJ.
can- Yeah, she can eat my asshole. Crumple the letter and throw it on the ground.
What was that?
Badness.
It read, boom, fuck you. Sorry, KHJ?
AHJ.
KHJ.
Okay.
That sounds
Someone's
like
being
somebody taking
cryptic.
responsibility.
Someone's being a piece of shit.
How do you know those initials?
Well, I did tell you about a Karen that was in my freaking past.
Is it a
Well-
Karen HJ?
Maybe. I don't
Right.
really care to learn her full fucking name.
You don't think she had something to do with blowing up Elysium?
Oh,
It did
I
say
believe she
boom.
has everything to do with blowing up Elysium.
Is the
Did
courier
the
still
dish say
here?
boom?
It said boom.
Yeah, the curry is
said
kind of
boom.
like
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll pick up the crumpled paper and I'll put it back in his hand.
Yeah, can you go take
Sorry.
it back and tell her to go stuff
No,
it?
no.
You get no gratuity. No.
Where
No.
is
She
he?
can go stuff it.
Is no one
But
going
we
to
want
tip
to
the
know where
man?
she is. Where did he pick up this message from?
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
question.
there's just a service that we pick stuff up from. They had me dress in this ridiculous outfit. I don't know. It's weird.
They had you dressed like this.
Yes.
That is curious.
You were here before.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
you.
that was me.
Yeah.
Same outfit from some, I don't know, Erasme something or other person. I don't know who that is.
That was your letter
What?
with all the fancy stuff.
My
There's a
letter?
letter?
Yeah, you gave Cassandra a letter.
Cassandra, what did it say again? I don't remember.
ST, it was just like romantic jibber jabber, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It was private correspondence.
It wasn't very private.
Ah, so it was hot.
Rasmus, which courier service did you use?
Darling, I've never used a courier service.
It'll help us with the
Oh.
investigation because I want to find Karen and shove her face in her
Hey.
asshole.
So you didn't send that letter then, Erasmus?
Ooh. When did you get this letter, darling?
It was earlier today, wasn't it?
A couple of days ago? No, it was yesterday. It was the
Yeah,
one that was
it
all
was yesterday.
it was perfumed and
Oh, I mean, that does sound like me, but no, we've been, we had a run-in with, oh, so here.
No.
Raz will pull out just like a little kind of golden pendant trinket and stick it in his hand. Thank you, darling. You don't need it anymore.
Thanks. And he turns around and leaves.
I don't.
we'll shut the doors behind him.
I don't think that. Who? Why?
Well,
What
I
the
still
hell
have
is
it.
going on?
And
Oh.
Cassandra will go into her bag and take out the letter.
Raz will take a look.
And it actually is one of the scents that Erasmus regularly uses.
That is very strange. What does the writing look like?
The writing looks similar to yours, but it's not exactly.
She really liked it.
Yes, this is rather good actually.
Did the
Like-
lettering match on the one that I got?
Are you uncrumpling the one that you got, which
Did he
is
not
in the
take it?
hand of the person
I'm gonna
who
say
just
he took it,
left?
but I'm pretty sure I just saw the writing and the word of it, so like it's still
yeah.
fresh.
Intelligence and let's go with investigation or something similar. Let's see what we can use for that.
I don't have a lot to use.
Awareness or insight, whichever one happens to be higher.
Intelligence and awareness?
Sure, that sounds right.
Okay. 4 successes.
Yeah, it is similar writing.
It's similar to the one that I got.
Uh,
Unless you wrote boom, fuck you, KHJ.
Darling, you've been with me the whole time.
Yeah, and your initials are not KHJ.
They certainly are not.
Mm-mm.
Though, if this is the same person, how the fuck does she know what I smell like?
Must be somebody who's known you, who's been in your past or your present.
Oh, darling, that is a long tunnel to go down.
And
So
why
you
would they
would
send
have had
me a
access
letter
to your
and a
scent.
letter like that?
Yeah, so you didn't write the nice letter
Yes,
for Cassandra?
this is very flowery and delightful. I don't understand the purpose behind it. I thought of writing many times, but just killing things, becoming barons. There wasn't a lot of downtime.
There's a
Just
lot
take
of stuff.
Just take a
I
step
get
or two
it.
back towards Cassandra.
You're busy. I get it.
All right. So
Well,
then
it's
the
awkward
question's
now.
going to be- Okay, so I suppose the question now is going to be as to who it is that has written these letters and why send one to Cassandra.
And then me.
Hey, storyteller.
Yes, sorry, you
You.
too.
Is there any distinguishing mark on these papers that might indicate what service this is, like a stamp or anything along the edging?
There is it's kind of like a KPS, like a little label when you examine the actual envelope itself.
Cool. Can I just reverse Google image search it?
Sure.
Just like while they're figuring it out, just
Intelligence and computers.
Yep.
Difficulty 15. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. Yeah, you can do that easy enough. So you find that it's like a kind of a local. Usually, they're like bike couriers. But yeah, it's just like a local service that people would drop stuff off and deliver to various locations. Usually, it's used by corporate.
I'll just turn the phone around while they're talking and just show them the Google page. Go. They're from here, the courier people.
Perhaps somebody there would know
Probably.
who dropped it off.
Does the website have a dress like a fop option you can choose, or is that something you have to go in to pay for?
We can ask them.
Are they open?
We can go in anyway.
Road trip.
I like where you're going with this.
Rasmus, just one question. Is your scent unique? Or is it something that's fairly popular?
Well, darling, you can't replicate all of this, but
feels like a
Understood.
Not
I mean,
that scent.
the scent that you put on, that was on the letter.
Storyteller, out of Raz's large collection of perfumes and scents, is this one of the more popular ones?
This is one of the more common ones.
Okay. Yes, darling, I do think this is one of the more common ones, one of the more modern ones.
Oh, so it could have been any number of people that could have had access to such a scent. They would have just had to have purchased it or something, I'm assuming.
Yes, I don't think it would be hard to get your hands on. But again, very strange that they knew I wore it. I don't like that.
You have come in contact with many people over the years.
So are we going to go to the shop or not?
Yes,
I said go to the shop.
because I don't know what else
Good.
to do because Charlotte took the limo.
I'm down. Side note, is Rico still in the room?
Rico is very much still in the room.
Want to come?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, before we go do our thing, have you heard from anybody else? Prince, Seneschal, Keeper,
Kazoon, maybe?
the Primogen Council, anybody?
Cassius, was Cassius there? Because I haven't heard back from him.
Really? That's where you're going with this one? Prince,
Come on.
Seneschal, Primogen, and then Tremere Whip?
Yes.
What makes you think he would
Obviously.
contact me?
You're alive.
She's worried and it's important.
It's important
don't
that
care.
I know that he's You didn't happen to see him there, is what I'm asking. I don't care if you've heard from him.
I saw
you
what you saw.
You didn't go into Elysium.
No, I arrived with you. Remember?
And you jumped on us to make sure we were okay.
Right. Fair enough.
If he was there, chances are pretty slim.
Thank you. Anyway.
So we're going then.
Yes.
Yes.
You probably
That
should.
way.
I'm going towards the door this time.
You
I'm
hit
going
fast
towards
forward
the
on
door.
that.
Following Elena like I'm in love with her. It's like, yep.
Everybody who happens to be going, I'm assuming everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You arrive at KPS.
Side note, Harley is going to give the biggest fuck you look to Rico on his way out the door.
Yeah, I'm also shaking my head in disappointment.
If
Probably
looks
gonna
get
wave.
killed, he'd be dead a long time before you guys got to him.
I was just gonna wave.
I ignore him.
Abigail just says, thank you.
Yeah, he didn't become sheriff to make friends, really. Like, that's not part of his job description. So
I don't know.
you arrive at KPS, and it's kind of like one of those, like, part of a building, like front-facing kind of UPS like shops that is just sort of like you would go in, stand in line for a few minutes, hand them your parcel, and then leave.
I'm assuming they're open because somebody just delivered something.
This one particularly is actually open.
Ta-da.
Oh, okay. All right.
I will go inside.
We'll follow Elena.
I'll
Yep.
follow behind you.
I'm gonna case the front, see how occupied the inside of the building is, and I'm gonna do some hashtag NOS bullshit and try sneaking through the back.
I'm going to see Harley doing this, and I'm going to join him, try and see if I can get access to some systems.
So that'll be a dex and stealth roll.
Break-in specialty apply.
Sure.
Sweet.
Rousing the blood for Dax. And I get hungrier.
bold. That's a bold move, Cotton. Did you fail that?
Yeah.
Abigail,
Shut up, Winston. Not now.
we did
It's
not
the
fight
ti-
through
it's
the
no-
beaches
Not
and
the
sea
time.
at the air for you to not feed.
Later.
I got 6 with a crit.
Yeah, you're like the wind. It's,
And I did not use obfuscate, so Abigail can still see where Harley's going off to.
probably a good idea. 3 successes? Yeah, it's easy enough to do. Like, once Harley, like, basically makes his way in there, it's easy enough to follow with 3 successes. For everybody else, you go in and there's basically a very bored-looking clerk that has, like, the KPS hat on. He's like, yes.
Well, Cassandra, do you still have that letter?
Yeah, absolutely. And I bring the letter out again.
Who asked for this to be sent?
I don't know, some guy. I wasn't here.
Who? Do you have records or something? Surely you can find out.
Yeah, don't you have a record?
Fine, let me see it.
Hand it to him.
Oh, this smells like shit. What the hell? What did
know,
you do to
right?
it?
I didn't do anything. It came like that. So that's why I'm trying to find out who sent it.
Sorry for Erasmus. I have to turn down my
Sorry
light a
about
little
it.
bit here. Yeah,
Sorry, not sorry.
yeah. The shade. So he
Raz
Types-
considers eating him for 2 seconds and then drops
Like,
it.
Just immediate.
at
Well,
your
Elena has
humanity level,
considered
it's
eating
way
all of
more
you.
than 2 seconds.
30 seconds. He sits there and
Yeah, it's a
No.
good hot minute for your humanity level. You're like, Maybe.
While we're waiting, I'm just gonna lean over to Cassandra and like whisper, "Sorry, your friend didn't send you the nice letter."
I'm sure he meant to send me something.
Probably.
The shade.
So sad.
I'm just getting back up.
Yeah, and he types on the computer for a bit. He's like, I don't know, some Karen?
Full name?
Just says Karen.
How did they
Do
pay?
you have an address or any other information, phone number, something?
No, they just dropped it off.
You're really bad at your job. I thought you people were supposed to get information from customers.
No, we can
That's
be nice.
typically how this works, is it not?
I mean, customers can be anonymous, right?
Yeah, let's try
Yeah,
this a
that's
different
basically
way.
it.
I didn't want this letter delivered. What gave you the right to send it? I'd like to return it to the person who sent it to me.
What she said.
Well, that's fine, lady, but, I can't do anything.
So
Who
you're
can?
supporting my harassment.
Who can do something?
I don't know, the manager? If you
Well,
want to
get
be,
me
like,
the manager.
that kind of a Karen. All right.
We would like to speak to the manager about a Karen. It's a change of pace.
I guess.
Oh,
Bob.
this is beautiful.
The
And then you hear from the back room, like, what do you want? There's like a Karen here to see you about some Karen or something. I don't know. And then eventually, like, a rather, let's say, hefty man comes out of the back room. It's like, yeah, what do you want?
Gesture to the Cassandra and Elena.
Someone sent this letter to my friend. She did not want it. She would like to return the letter, but we need to know who it was that sent it and where they are living at right now.
It's part of a harassment thing that she's been going through, so we're trying to trace it back.
Pretty sure you got a
Original-
case here, dude.
The original guy, like, points at the screen, and the other guy looks up. He's like, it's Karen, some Karen or something.
Address, contact number, anything.
There's nothing.
This person has sent 2 letters from this service, and
And they
Yeah.
paid us very well.
First of all, they got my name wrong.
did they?
So
Charlie?
are you aware that this could potentially be a lawsuit situation that could involve you?
Yeah, because
Now,
if you don't have
considering
any
you won't
information,
Give
or
us
any-
the information.
if you don't have anything, then we have to get the police involved because of the continuing harassment thing, and then they have to come here and do a record poll, and then that's going to be,
We
a
should
bunch of
alert the
shut down service.
newspapers.
Yeah,
We should alert the newspapers about the service too.
we'll
I'm
have to
sure
do
they'd love
that.
to know about it.
We'll have to do that because then the press are going to find out anyway, because the police are going to wind up coming, and they're going to wind up
Okay.
being a presence here, and it's just going to be a whole thing.
Raz would like to entrance this man.
While we're
You're
distracted.
just being like,
That is literally what I was waiting for. I was waiting for somebody to, like, turn this guy's brain into mush.
What?
Didn't
It's
work well the
just
last time I did
entrancement.
it.
we were
Not
wearing him
cementation.
down. We were wearing him down.
Yeah, he's definitely worn down already.
The
Just
person with
good job.
mesmerized went away. I have the other one that you don't want me to
I
do.
knew, I knew Charlie had to talk to him.
The last time I awed someone, they turned into Jello for the whole scene.
Oh
Did
dear.
really well on your dice roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
Toreador.
crushed the dice roll. So that is a rouse check,
Yes.
and I
Oh,
may actually have
okay.
to get something on my phone.
Well, let's see. Ah, that's an 8. You're good, Steve.
Damn. And then the roll is charisma plus presence versus their composure and wits. I'm going to give you a hint. He ain't that great. But you get -1
Good to know. Okay.
because of your shit humanity.
All right. That's 5 successes.
That's way more than his too. So he is basically turning into a pile of fucking goo at this point.
Ell. Can't finish that one.
We're gonna
let's
have to
see.
use the notebook again.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
vampire only needs to gain the subject's attention and win a contest, blah, blah, blah. The effect lasts for roughly 1 hour plus 1 point of margin on the win. So you got him for 3 hours.
Well, darling, please, is there anything you can tell us about whoever sent these letters? Do you have any information?
Probably like hard copy.
It would really help us.
Sure. Yeah, and he's going to wander in the back room, not taking his eyes off Rez necessarily. He just kind of.
Oh, he can do the Charlotte thing. That's cool.
Raz is really attractive when he wants to be.
Thank you, Trash.
I got you.
It's going to take a couple minutes. The other guy's just sitting there playing like.
We're all just gonna make
Minesweeper.
ourselves comfortable in this lobby.
Yep.
There's
Trash
like a
is just leaned up
posting.
on the counter.
I'm gonna look at the funky postcards of Vancouver. Seen it. Ooh, that's new.
So, you guys are just going to hang out then?
Just waiting.
Yeah.
Until this man comes back with information, yes.
So you can resolve the
All
thing.
right.
And once we got the thing, we're gonna go.
Okay. Yeah. And he's playing Minesweeper. So.
Of course.
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
Where are Harley and Abby in all this?
Because I was gonna say, I think we would have probably
Yeah.
gone and seen if we could find some.
You guys are definitely in the back
Videotapes.
room at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But he, like, coincidentally enough, he basically dragged a box to the doorway so he can, like, keep an eye on Raz and, like, try to go through things.
Raz is just occasionally like making little smiles and winks at him, just, keeping it fresh.
Yeah,
While
very
the other
fresh.
guy
Not to-
is. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say
Cassandra's
while
pretending not to notice, but she's totally eyeing up Raz.
while the other guy is playing Minesweeper, Elena's just gonna get closer to the computer.
The computer, like, flashes a little bit. Like, everybody can see the light on his face. Like, the sort of, like, computerized look. Like, he's basically checked out in the computer, and he's like, he hits the computer a few times, like, stupid machine, what the fuck?
And I'll prop up on the counter just do a little closer.
And it goes down completely.
Problems?
Yeah, this fucking computer stopped working. I don't know what's. He's like digging around in the bottom, like, stupid thing must have like
Did
tripped
they-
a fucking circuit or something. I don't know.
And you just hate when that happens.
And I think you could all probably see like Harley and Abigail just kind of like shit through the back door, just like doing the Gronk thing.
The door thing where it's like,
Mhm.
and the other one below it, like,
Charlie's just standing between Cassandra and Erasmus, just like looking back and forth at them because they're like eyeing each other, not seeing each other.
yeah, you are dead center in the like sexual tension zone. Like,
You're just playing tennis in there.
yeah, this if it was anybody other than Charlie, this particular person would be like extremely uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay.
Gonna move.
But they would be more uncomfortable. They would
Yeah.
be like wanting to get out of that zone, but you're just like, I'm uncomfortable, but this is nice.
This is the least dangerous
I'm
thing
in
I've been in all
danger.
day. This is the least dangerous thing I've been in all day. I'm fine.
And eventually he
Fair
like
enough.
the hefty gentleman pulls up like a sheet of paper. He's like, here it is. Yeah, we got it here.
Oh, thank you so much, darling. And when Raz grabs it, he's gonna like just very gently brush his fingers over his hand.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna sneak the paper.
And on the paper, you notice that it's a room number from Park Casino.
We have our hit.
Where's that?
Park Casino is located near the sports stadium, which name
I've worked
escapes
there.
me at the moment. Yeah,
Where
it's,
are we at the moment? Like roughly area.
right now, you're just north of about 3 or 4 blocks actually north of where Mausoleum is.
Okay, so to the group. I've worked there before. So is this a you three want to handle this sort of thing, or is this a we handle this sort of thing?
I would gladly like the information you have on the place. I think this might be an our thing. Definitely.
I would
She's
prefer it to
from-
be a your thing because we have a lot of things right now already.
Okay,
We don't
Yeah.
know your Karen friend.
that's true.
And I do. So
Why
I'll be
don't we
kinda-
agree to share the information?
We're still in the back room.
Oh right, wait. We haven't left, have we?
You're just
We-
yelling.
I'd be nudging you like, let's
Share the info.
let's get the fuck out of here.
let's share some stuff. We should probably continue this conversation later. Thank you. Thank you.
He's still
Bye.
underneath the desk, like trying to. Yeah, whatever.
Thanks, darling.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. So you're
At the
coming
computer,
back,
make
right?
sure it never works again.
Sure.
Hmm.
yeah.
Just pokes it.
Raz will pull out one of his old business cards and slide it on the counter.
Oh, thank you. So you should I should go there.
Yeah, come by the bod anytime, darling.
Okay.
Lots of drinks.
Okay. Sure.
Ah.
Yeah. And as you leave, he kind of like semi follows you. Like he's like kind of like he's got the door open and he's like leaning out, like trying to keep an eye on Erasmus
I
as
just
Erasmus goes around the corner.
I just heard all that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him at the bar, so I go, you should forget about him and cloud memory as I walk away.
And I look at Charlie. I'm just like, the whole time.
That
The
is
whole
I
time.
brutal.
love Charlie so much.
Oh
So
my
he's
God.
like staring at the card and he like you definitely see like the kind of entrancement, but he can't remember why he's entranced or to whom he's entranced to. So he's like staring at the card like
I'm out the door.
yeah.
I don't want him at the bar. It's weird.
Charlie's
Well,
awesome.
We would probably reconnoiter with the rest of the group out front or
Mhm.
in the side alley, whatever.
he's not part of our crowd.
So
Technically he is.
It's debatable.
He looks like a guy that would enjoy shitty beer.
Not anymore.
so you three are going to handle Karen, and we are going to continue doing what we were supposed to be doing this entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And storyteller, I'll give them just like whatever information I have about the casino from when I worked there, and like ideas of like service entrances, where it is. If the name of anybody that I might remember that works there, I'll just list it off. I'll roll for it if you even want.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, you definitely remember like all the stuff.
Yeah, like there's like 3 service entrances. You probably want to talk to Dave if he's there. Ask for Dave. You can tell him that Charlie sent you because you needed some help with a person that's staying there, and he should be a bit more helpful. He's in housekeeping, and he's just rattling at this point.
And I'm gonna get them to roll intelligence later.
Yeah.
To see if
I'm
they
gonna
remember.
write it down.
Oh.
Do you have a pad and paper?
Yes, on my computer.
Where's your
On
computer?
phone.
Phone.
In front of me, Steve.
Damn it. So
Well, yeah.
before the 3 of them leave, I'm gonna kind of like sidle up to Abigail. You're pretty top notch. You mind if I get like your number, your email, anything?
If you need to, you'll be able to find me. Just trust me on that one.
I'm just looking back and forth between Cassandra and Elena the whole time.
All right, cool. All right. But yeah, you know probably where to find me. Just
I
ask
know where
Raz
to
and-
find you.
Yes.
I'll be
Awesome.
able to find you. It
You
was a
need-
pleasure meeting you, though. It really
Likewise.
was, because it's nice to actually be around the more tech savvy.
Exactly. So no, just yeah, if you ever need any assistance with anything, just give me a call. Get a hold of me.
Absolutely.
Track
Absolutely.
track my people down.
Thank you so much for all your help.
Oh yeah, you too. Thank you.
Also, before we head off, Raz is gonna kind of turn to Cassandra and be like, could we chat for a moment?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie turns on heightened senses when they walk away.
I do.
No one will miss this.
Elena's just gonna be like, you have to tell me everything that they are saying right now.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Oh, darling, it has been a very wild couple of weeks. I'm so sorry I've disappeared in the ways that I have. I really, though, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I hope you've been well.
It's been all right. Difficult.
Yeah.
They told me to take care of Mausoleum. I wasn't sure if you were gonna come back or.
Oh, yes. They had us take over a baronry with the Anarchs. Messy stuff. But I don't think we are required to be there anymore. So I think we'll be in town a lot more. I'll be around a lot more.
So you'll be there if I were to want to find you or something.
I hope so. I mean, we have to figure out what's going on with this Karen, and some of our coterie ditched us. But it is your bar, but eventually I would love to, come back.
Well, I mean, it'll always be your bar first.
Well, you did a fantastic job. I can't thank you enough for keeping it safe and dealing with that mess. I realize we left quite a mess.
And Cassandra's gonna kind of reach out and take Raz's hand and thank you for taking care of me when I was hurt.
Of course, darling. I still can't believe that happened. But I'm so glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure? You seem not fine.
Surviving.
Yes, that has been a theme lately. Well, look, I will try to write more, I promise. And hopefully, now that we're back in town, we can see each other more, if you're still okay with that.
I'd like that. But the next letter I get from you better be from you.
Yes, well, presumably we're going to get rid of whoever the hell was forging letters, so it will be from me.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Of course. And Raz is gonna kind of take her hand and give it a very gentle kiss.
Stay safe.
You too, darling.
They're Twitter baited.
Oh my God.
For record,
Charlie down there in the bottom, and Charlie down there just mimicking everything that they're saying.
yeah, for record, Charlie trailed off around the time that Cassandra said hurt and didn't like relay the rest of it. Could be like,
And Elena's just like,
Trash kind of tuned out and just turned it off quietly and just was like, nah, they need this. This is a private moment.
And I was just kind of leaning up against the wall, like I could have listened in, but I chose not to.
Yeah, it's kind of private.
Elena will look at Harley and she's gonna say, I am not sharing a room. That's all I have to say. And going to continue on her way.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Hashtag express your boundaries.
Yeah.
So the two distinct coteries are going to go their separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a good point to cut off this particular episode and
Oh.
have everybody go their own separate ways. So we're going to do a quick round table, and I'm going to ping our producer. So let's go with the visitors first this time. Let's start with Rose.
Hey guys, once again, I'm Rose and I play Trash Panda. If you like what I do, or maybe not, just want to throw me some shade, that's fine too. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rose_Bulbasaur. And I'm also on TikTok doing some funny videos and lip syncing at Rose Bulbasaur, no underscore.
And over to Abigail. Joe.
I am Joanna, and I am on Twitter, but I don't say much. You are more than welcome to follow me. I do play Abigail on Vancouver by Night, so I will be on again tomorrow. And that's about it.
And Haley.
Hi, I'm Haley. You can also find me on Twitter or Instagram at Aliferous. It's spelt weird, but I believe it's listed beneath me. And yeah, if you like more vampire stuff, you can find us on Vancouver by Night too.
Wait, Vancouver by Night 2? Oh, I thought we were just one.
As well.
This one's kind of like
Season
over on the side.
I'm pretty sure we're going to season 3 now, so.
Yes,
true.
we will be doing a kind of thing. I will describe that a little later, but first we'll go over to Zachary.
Hi, again, Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter, and you can follow me there. What am I doing? Tuesdays,
Everything.
Tuesdays, I'm with ATL by Night. We're still in our off season, but we're still doing like our family game night stuff. So tune on Tuesdays. We're playing games or trivia, whatever Ellie wants to throw at us. Wednesdays, I'm over on Gehenna Gaming for Cult. It's Echoes of the Past. It's a mini series for this month. Fridays, I'm here, and then next Saturday, not this one, is the whole family holiday thing going on World of Darkness. I'll be in 2 games there, but I'll tell you about that next week.
All right, and slide it over to Samantha.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and you can find me on Twitter, pretty much any social, at just S McLarty. I think it might be in the chat. And pretty soon I will be doing some fun stuff with Martlet Games. But that's pretty much it. Thanks.
There they go.
There's the chat.
Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick Gill, creative director over at Martlet Games. We've got a little like let's play thing going on with Bloodlines. That's usually on Tuesdays, barring scheduling issues. We are just about ready to finish recording our next actual play series. That should hopefully be done this week and starting to premiere relatively soon. Got a whole bunch of other things in the works. We're planning on just basically shotgunning as much hashtag content as possible after the holidays. So things are going to get super busy on our end. But yes, thank you for the burbs, Third Eye. Appreciate it. But yeah, you can find me Twitter and Instagram on the link there, or my little handle at LichterXIX. But yeah, this was a really good night, and this was a nice bonding experience.
Oh yeah.
And over to Lex.
Hey, I'm Lex. You can find me on Instagram at a redhead vixen, or all my other links over in the chat. You can also see me on Tuesdays at Cult Divinity Lost, where I will be playing your favorite murder nun, someone with far less humanity than this vampire.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
That's a feat.
Celt pretty much does that, though, from what I've seen of all the Celt actual plays. So I am Storyteller Steve. Again, if you haven't figured out how to get here by now, I can't help you at all. So we are going to be doing the same thing next week. I'm still waiting to hear back on some details about it, but we should be here next week. We are going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition over on Vancouver by Night, which is that's not the one in the chat. That's a different one. It should pop up in the chat. Just go over to twitch.tv/Vancouver by Night. And as Zachary mentioned earlier, we are also going to be part of the family holiday special. We go on right after ATL by Night. ATL, I believe, is 7 Eastern, which
Something
is
like that.
Yeah,
I'll have it
4
up on my
Pacific.
Twitter by the end of the week, by the end of this week, and I'll be talking about it on Friday. So
yeah, so right, okay, yeah, and after next episode, we'll be taking a bit of a 2-week break. So we'll basically be back on in January, I believe the 8th. I want to say that sounds right. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
somewhere around there. So yeah, we're going to be for the Vancouver by Night. We're going to be part of the family holiday special. We're going to be going on at 7 p.m. PST, right after ATL by Night. They're going to basically pitch it to us, and then we're going to go on. And yeah, it's going to be some fun family vampire holiday shenanigans. But next week, or actually tomorrow, for Vancouver by Night, we are going to be doing our first epilogue of season 2. And we're going to be heading into Vancouver by Night aftermath because shit went down and nobody knows what's going on in any control structure for any kindred. So yeah, it's basically the 2 coteries that you see before you now are the best of what's left.
God help us all.
Oh,
Lord.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or only slightly more
Vancouver will
useful.
never be the same.
They will. And there's all the links that popped up in the chat there. So yeah, we will see you next week or tomorrow, depending on if you show up to either one of those. And we are going to pitch it to somebody else now. So thank you again for showing up. Thank you for all the views. It's always appreciated. Thanks for all the follows. And we are going to say goodnight for the evening. So have a good night. See you tomorrow or next week.